Hey, beautiful people. Hola, mi gente. What's up? Que vola? A bitch is back. I got these lips. Nice and soft. My lippies that I make. But I don't have a card of the day because I wasn't led to share one. But a couple of things. If you want to know who really has love for you, be broke, fall off, and say no. Boundaries is what saved my life. I actually have boundaries even in my own home. I have an office in my house right now. I'm in my bathroom. I have an office in my house. And if my door to my office is still open, you must knock. That includes my husband, my mother, my children. The only ones that are allowed to walk in and out that office without any explanation is Oreo. Not even Loki the Frenchie. It's only Oreo. The American bully is allowed to come in and out of that office with no permission. Everybody else, they must ask me. Because 9 times out of 10, I am pretty much the one that holds the house together, and I am okay with that role because that is my role. But even with that, I have had to say no to them and yes to me. What do they say on the airplanes? If you've been on an airplane, if you haven't, for those of you who've never flown before, there's a whole speech as to what the airline attendants do. They tell you, like, here are the emergency exits, here, and here. This is how you do your seatbelt, you pull. This is how you do your life vest, you pull, or you blow in that little red tube. And the most important part is they say if they descend a certain amount of feet, these little flat bags fall out that are oxygen, and they say make sure you secure your oxygen mask on first before assisting anybody else. Basically, what I'm here to remind you is that your boundaries are important, and you need to stop giving your oxygen mask away to other people that already have their own oxygen mask, and you giving yourself away. You're bending over backwards. You're sacrificing your dreams, your goals, your aspirations just because you were taught, trained, and conditioned to do so, which is bullshit, by the way. And you sitting here suffocating. Why the fuck they got your bag too? Why they got your oxygen? Why they got your time? Why they eating your brain? Como se dice en español, te está comiendo el cerebro. Like, why they doing that? Why are you allowing it? And you trying to save people and your family is another conundrum. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. Not everyone that you know is meant to evolve. Let me say that one again. Not everyone in your life, whether they're family, related, chosen family, partners, colleagues, co-workers, etc., not everyone is meant to evolve. And their path is their path so they can learn the lessons. And if you keep enabling them and you keep saving them from their financial problems, from their mental health problems, from their relationship problems, their addiction problems, their life problems, their children, their partners, you keep enabling them and they become codependent on you. And codependency is not the jam. Codependency means that you can't survive without other people, and then you end up being stuck to somebody else. And again, I am not no psychologist, I'm not no psychotherapist, but I am an ordained minister. I am a spiritualist and I channel information. And I was led to jump on and talk about boundaries because my boundaries, they tend to be violated a lot, even by the people that I love. And sometimes it's not intentional, it's habitual. And it's okay if your habits have gotten you to this point. But you need to enforce your boundaries. You need to say no. And guess what? They're going to bitch and scream and kick and moan that you fucking enforce these boundaries in the first place. You want to know why? Because they're the ones that take advantage of you when you don't have boundaries set up. They know that. You don't think people know that? You don't think your kids know when your boundaries are up? You don't think your kids know that when you say no to them, that you're saying yes to yourself? They know the fucking difference. They know right from wrong. But if your children are adults, let them adult. My kids now, they knock on the door in my office and they ask me how I'm doing, or they ask me, Mom, do you have time? And I always come back with a second question. Do you need to vent or do you need advice? I'm giving y'all free tips, free 99, okay? Because that way I know which role I have to play, whether I'm going to let them vent or if they need advice, I know what role I have to play. But they have to ask me if I have space for them. How many of y'all ask your friends, your parents, your partners, your colleagues, your coworkers, your children, if they have space for you, if they have the mental space for you? Y'all just be blurting shit and expecting them to listen just because they're your kid, they're your partner, they're your mother, they're your father, they're your sister, they're your brother, they're your aunt, they're your uncle, they're your cousin, your niece and nephew. Just because they have a specific title because they're related by blood doesn't mean shit. Because if I don't have the mental space or the capacity for you, I can't fucking help you because I'm in my own fucking shit. And guess what? Every human being has cycles of their own shit. And anyone who tells you differently is full of caca, mierda, or come mierda, whatever you want to call it. And that's okay. But don't act like you better than anybody else, because I'm not better than anybody else and no one's better than me, but we're all different. And that's what makes us unique. I'm not the only spiritual advisor in the world. I'm not the only ordained minister in the world. I'm not the only certified clinical hypnotherapist in the world. I'm not the only certified coach or whatever. I'm a Sagittarius, and yes, Sagittarius. And I'm spicy and I'm a triple fire sign and I'm a philosopher and I like to learn all things. And throughout the years of my 35 years of doing this work, so I'm 50 years old, I have loved learning. And so I get certificates and degrees and blah, blah, and all that kind of stuff, right? That's who I am. But I'm still learning at the age of 50. At the age of 50, I'm still fucking learning. And I always tell you guys too, you guys always ask me, how do I start? You start by praying and meditating. Like, it's literally tattooed on my arm. Pray, meditate. Shout out to Alicia Tattoos in Connecticut. Love you, boo. She's done a lot of my work. But that's still to this day. It's called the 1-2 combo. Pray, meditate, bob and weave, because guess what? That's what our ancestors did. And our ancestors are our first line of defense. I'm an ancestral and rituals practitioner first and foremost. I do brujeria every fucking day, because if I do not pray and meditate, I spiral out of control with what the world is going through. I'm intuitive. I'm an empath, just like every one of you are. Just because you don't tap into your intuition, you don't tap into your empathy, doesn't mean you don't have those abilities. You do. I have other abilities. I can see, hear, and speak to spirits since I was 3 years old. I have this ability. My grandmother has this ability. My children have this ability. My own mother has this ability, but she doesn't practice, and that's okay, and I respect her for that. But I'm saying all this to say your boundaries are important, but listen to your intuition, because your intuition is your superpower. And if y'all come to me for assistance, if you come to me for a program, if you come to me to learn how to love yourself, if you come to me how to get to know who you are, if you come to me for services, believe me, I'm going to teach you the basics first and foremost, and I'm giving it to you here for free 99. Because some of y'all swear y'all need so much, but sometimes you are the magic. You are the practitioner. You are the altar. You are God. You are goddess. Whatever label you call it, that's inside of you. We're literally made of stardust. Did you not see the cards of the day earlier this week? And another thing, fuck what people think. Their opinions are none of my fucking business. What other people think of me is none of my fucking business. Their opinions don't pay my bills. Their opinions don't feed me. Why are you letting other people's opinions judge you and make you feel like shit about yourself? Honey, set boundaries. You know what? One of the most powerful prayers I ever said in my life, and I say it occasionally because I know it's about to be a straight up shift. And if you're in September shedding season, if you align with that, check my previous posts on both my social media pages. That's trademark, copyright registered. September shedding season is a thing, and now we're in Scorpio season. Scorpio season is all about shedding. On top of September shedding season that started September 1st all the way through December 31st. Read about it in my post. Share it. Let people know. We are in a shift, and this prayer is going to make it so much clearer for you. One of the prayers that I used to say back in the day, and I still do, like I said, is God, remove my enemies. I started fucking losing family members and friends within a day. Within a day, I'm like, wait, what? They would post shit or share thoughts that didn't align with my beliefs. And that doesn't mean I don't love my family members. I love everyone who is related to me by blood. I love y'all. I just don't like 99% of y'all and your behaviors. And that's okay. I'm not here to judge you, but it doesn't mean I have to align to it. It doesn't mean I have to tolerate it. It doesn't mean I have to engage with you. I can pray from you from a distance. I can love you from a distance, but I can love me more. It doesn't make me better than you and you're not better than me, family. It doesn't. It just means that we're different, and that's okay. You're still in my prayers. You're still in my hearts, just like every one of you here watching this video now. Whether you like me, whether you're a lurker, whether you're a fucking hater, whether you don't understand me or you're jealous of me or you've had a negative experience with me, I still love you because you were all needed for my experience. You were all needed for my path, just like I hope I was needed in some part of your path as well. And again, thank you for everybody who's fucking with me. I love y'all, and I hope this are some great reminders. Make sure you are number one. Let me make sure I love myself some more. La Rosa love oil, by the way. I wear my own shit, y'all. Everything on that website is because of what I like. I wear my own shit. Love yourselves, y'all, because you deserve it. You deserve it. Love yourself first. And when you start falling in love with yourself, flaws and all, you will see how the world responds to you. Have a great day.